What's going on out there? Gonna make this video talking about gang stalking. All right, man. Um, I want to talk about just memories in general as a TI. Just memories, like people. Your memories, like they're they're your greatest strength, and they're your worst enemy at the same time. This is what I realized lately. I've been finding myself like reminiscing before all this gang stalking shit started, remembering what it felt like, remembering the feeling more than anything else, like what it felt like just to have privacy, like to walk in a room and not be all on my fucking guard and shit, and just expecting everything to go left. Just remembering how that shit felt, and as soon as I remember it, the voice just scold me like, "You'll never feel that again." Like, I'm saying, like they try to take they try to take everything from us, bro. They're trying to take that from me, just that feeling. They do that so you won't reminisce and you'll forget what that feeling feel like. Yeah, like forget what it felt like just to not be playing fucking mind games all day. Yeah. You know that that shit is so fucked up, bro. Like what they be trying to do, nigga. They really trying to take that shit away from me, bro. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, as far as the memories, like, and reminiscing on the past, just be careful with that shit, bro. And when you do it, like, if you want to remember what it felt like to not be gang stalked all day, like, when you do that shit, just try to be low about it. But I know how the voice to score works, and no monitor works, so you can't hide nothing. But just don't dwell on it too long, bro, because they'll use it against you. It could put you in a state of depression, like, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you'll never have that shit again. So just don't dwell too long. But besides that, I've been good, just chilling, going through this shit. You know, I figure every day I'm breathing is a win. There, but fucking I don't know. I've been trying to get my mind off shit. It's pretty much impossible when you wake up to people just talking shit about you in the background. Like, it gets hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, even though I know, like, all this shit is just exaggerated, is lies, it's fabricated. Like, it still gets to me sometimes, even though I know it shouldn't. Cause it's like, yo, when you see everybody fall in line with this shit, like everybody who ever had a relationship, any type of relationship, I mean, like any type of relationship, a friendship, association, or a girlfriend, like whatever, like any type of relationship, fall in line with this shit. That shit it gets to you, bro. It's like, yeah, one person you're like, oh, cool, fuck that dude. Two-person, oh, fuck them people, and it just keeps going. It keeps going. Like, then you go through a phase. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna keep going. Then y'all gonna go through this little phase where you're walking on eggshells. You're trying to be like super nice to everybody, and then they'll use that against you. And they be like, look at him. Oh, he's a pushover. You know what I'm saying? Here, fuck nigga. Like, then if you go the opposite way, you just try to fight everybody. You just get arrested all the time. You just end up in institutions all the time. That's no way to live your life, bro. Like how we got it out here is bad as fuck. But imagine going through this shit while locked in a padded room. Cause it don't stop once you get institutionalized. Like this shit just keeps going, bro. If you get locked up, it doesn't stop. I got locked up before, and these niggas voices sculling me. Come outside, motherfucker! Like while I'm in jail, like you know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like this shit never stops, bro. Like, it doesn't matter your situation. So it's like you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful not to put yourself in a worse situation. Like the homeless thing is tricky if you a TI, especially when you as far in as me. I'm 14 years of this shit right now, bro. I've been in this shit for a minute, so they had a lot of time to turn everybody against me, like, and it's like the homeless shit is kind of inevitable, like, cause it's like like what I went through this past year. I spent like $3,000 just trying to get an apartment. I'm talking about application fees and shit. Like that's how many I filled out, bro. Like, and they won't let me get an apartment. Like this shit is crazy. Or if I try to get it with other people though, recruit those other people and turn them into gang stalkers, for they won't get an apartment with me. I'm fucking excuse me, energy weather. Um, yeah, like that's what's been going on though. I've just been trying to ignore everything as much as I could. I'm trying to get my car back running. They keep playing stupid ass games on my cars. I'm already used to it. Every car I get, either it ends up stolen or I wake up one day and the shit just don't start. Like when it was driving fine the day before. With this one, I took it to a studio. Um, I went to some shit with my boy in a different city. That when we got out of that little shit, when I went to start my car, it automatically started kicking and acting funny. So they must have did it when I was inside that studio. Whatever the fuck they did. It's like I'll be trying to fix shit myself right now because like everybody's a gang stalker. So it's like I'm gonna pay a gang stalker to fix my shit. Like they'll fix the problem, but then they'll create a whole nother one. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. It won't be. It's a temporary fix. Just so you could drive around for a little bit. Like, look, see his car fixed. Oh, his car broke again. Bum ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah. I really don't know what the fuck I'm about to do right now. I really don't. Like, when this first started, I was my first thought was like anybody first thought would be I'm gonna find out who these niggas is and fucking slice their throat. But after like 5, 6 years, you realize you never gonna find these people, bro. And you start getting put on the technology and shit that they're using to make all this shit happen. And it's like, bro, you never gonna find these people. So at that point, I start thinking my only way out of this shit, if I could get somebody else to tell me the truth about this shit. And that failed too. Like everybody I try to show like extra love to, they the niggas that wish to scold me all the time now. Well, I don't know if it's dumb. Like obviously, you know how gang stalking work. Like you don't got no actual proof, but that's the voices that they try to imitate when they wish to scold me. They always try to do like a voice of somebody I had a relationship with before in the past. Like they always try to do that and act like they one of those people. And they all be people that I don't see for years. Like the people that they choose to do. Like when I'm actually chilling with somebody and seeing them like on a daily basis, I never hear those voices. I never hear those voices, man. But after like whatever nigga I fall off with somebody or I don't see nobody for a few years, like then I'll start hearing that voice a lot, like, and they be playing it all the time, bro. And I noticed too they be playing like old shit of like when they was recruiting them to be a gang stalker and they first got them like talking shit behind my back. They'll play those little conversations like you could tell like 'cause the shit they be talking about is like mad dated. It's like yo, how the fuck anybody would still be talking about some shit that happened 5, 6 years ago? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. Like that's the shit. When you live this Ti life, yo, Like any little fuck up you do, bro, in your life is gonna be held against you for the rest of your life, nigga. For the rest of your life. Like they always come back to it and bring it up. Any little fuck up you do, bro, you could fucking lose a fight, or you know what I'm saying, like fuck a ugly chick, or and any little thing that's like, you feel me, that's not like worldwide approved. Like they're gonna keep bringing it up, like, and never stops. Like it's like that's what they do. They watch your whole life. You know what I'm saying? It's 14 years. You're gonna see some fuck ups. Like everybody fucks up. People grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody fucks up, bro. You're gonna see a lot of fuck ups, and a lot of time the fuck ups they create. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll drug you, like, and pay some people to jump you or something, or they'll drug you to where you don't even remember the night. But niggas will tell you like, yeah, you was like crazy yesterday, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they create the fuck ups a lot of the times. Like man, I was about to say something. I should just slip my fucking mind. I was gonna say something important, but I'm trying to say is like you gotta be real careful with what you do, like how you talk. And the shit is when you in it as long as me, like things change, bro. Like I'll give you an example. Like they took me to this dude I'm chilling with right now. I'm pretty sure he's a fucking gang stalker, but it's like, hey, if niggas wasn't gang stalkers, they wouldn't be in my life, bro. Anybody that's not a gang stalker, they automatically turn the people off to me fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they'll do is they'll do this fuck games. Like every time I go take a shower, I'm hearing mad shit like banging on the doors, and I even recorded this shit in a video one time where I went to take a shower and I left my laptop recording, and you could hear like they're like shaking the door and shit. Like when I take a shower and shit. Like I used to like hop out the shower butt naked all the time, like just to go check the door to see what the fuck. And I never used to see nobody, nigga. That's how gang stalking work, like that type of shit. So like I be trying to, like I kind of got like PTSD from that shit, from all them years of that shit. So it's like I be mad cautious when I take a shower. Like even when I take a shower today, I still hear the same shit, bro. And I live with people now, and like I lived with people before, and they never tell me shit, bro. But they do shit like that. Like when I go wash my clothes, cause like now my laundry shit is inside the building that I live in, so I gotta go, to the laundry room to wash my clothes. But then as soon as I come back to my apartment, you'll hear them in the background like, "See, I told y'all he's scared. We was just knocking on his window." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like that type of shit will turn you off from doing shit like that. Like taking showers all the time and washing clothes so much. Like that shit will turn you off from that shit. Cause it's like, yo, if I do this shit, I might wake up with a problem with my people that I'm chilling with tomorrow, like just from washing my fucking clothes, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like they do a lot of shit like that, like to paint an image of you. But it's like when you start to think about, that's what I want to get back to. Like when you start to think about like what your life was like before this shit, they heard it and try to interrupt you, like, and say something negative. Like, you'll never feel like that again. You ain't like that no more. It's because they don't want you to remember who you are, bro. They want you to think like this is your life. You deserve this shit. They always saying that shit. He deserves it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I deserve, like, they really be trying to convince people that like I deserve people stalking me and calling me crazy and throwing me in institutions for half of my life and all this fuck shit they doing when they torture me with their weird technology. Like, man, I ain't kill nobody. Like yeah, I fucked around when I was little. Like we used to get in a lot of fights and shit, but that's regular hood shit. Like it's not like I was out here fucking raping babies or some shit. Like niggas try to make me most evil person in the world. Like I deserve this shit. Like, and the rest of them niggas just be eating that shit up, bro. Like the niggas around them, they just be eating that shit up. Like everybody hates them. You know how it is. Like when you're in high school and it's like everybody picks on that kid, so we're gonna pick on that kid. But even that is like more respectful than this. These niggas grown ass men, grown ass women, but they talk shit and hide. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how the fuck is that gangster? Or even like how can you consider that picking on somebody? Like when all you doing is talking shit and hiding, and you literally call the fucking cops every time I try to stand up for myself. Like even if I say something about it, like my mother's a gang stalker. I brought it up to her recently, probably like a month ago. I'm like, yo, this shit never fucking stops. So it's 14 years of this shit, like, cause she seen me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas expect me to be all fucking jolly all day when I'm going through this shit all day. Like, nigga, would you be jolly going through this shit all day? Like, getting tortured every day? You're gonna walk around jolly? And I really tried to, nigga. I put my fake little smile on, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's good. How you doing? Like, you do all the regular little bullshit shit that niggas do that they consider to be normal. Like, do all that little stupid shit. And niggas still would be fucking tight as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, why even bother with that shit, nigga? Fucking yeah. But she told me the other day, oh, if you talk about it again, I'm never talking to you. So it's like, yo, they try to put you in a situation where you're like scared to talk about it because you scared you might end up in jail, you might lose a family member, like that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they want you to just accept it. It's like they want you to just accept, like, this is life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get tortured for the rest of your life. Kill yourself. Like, that's what the fuck they want. Like, just kill yourself. Like, nobody's telling you shit. Everybody you ever try to talk to is gonna end up your enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, you really, you really gotta be fucking militant with this shit, bro. You really gotta be militant with this shit. Cause you're literally hearing this shit in your fucking head every fucking day. Like, it's like, bro, it's gonna fuck with you, bro. It's gonna fuck with you, nigga. I try my best to ignore shit, man. I be fucking like I know my options is limited in this world for being a target. Like I know I'll never be a millionaire or nothing like that. Like I'll never have a family, like that type of shit. Like I get that. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm stupid. Like you feel me? Like, oh no, I can be president. Like, no, not while this shit going on. But fucking I try not to let this shit get me down. I just try to make the best of this shit, bro. Like, you know, I can't really deal with people, so I fucking try to do other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make some music. I've been playing a lot of video games lately. Like, just doing that shit, just trying to get away. Like, play video games all day. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, niggas gonna. I could work 3 jobs. Niggas will still be talking shit. So it doesn't matter what the fuck I do. Like, once you realize that shit, like, it gets a little easy. Like, yeah, I just gotta just do something to stay sane. Like, that becomes the everyday struggle. Just trying to stay sane. Like, fucking yeah, but when they talking all that shit, man, try your best to ignore the shit. I know it's hard because it's literally in your head, and you just know where you can go, like where the voices will just stop, like. But just try your best to ignore that shit, cause I remember exactly who the fuck I am. I know who I am, nigga. I never forget. I know what it feels like to be with to be with a female that love me. I know what it feels like to be drinking all night with my friends that fucking love me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to let them convince you like you're this fucking person. Like, a nigga, we in a fucked up situation. Like a lot of people in our situation, they won't make it a year, nigga. They'll be either be locked up for life or they'll be in a fucking graveyard, bro. Like, for real. So if you've been going through this shit for more than a year, nigga, you immaculate. Don't let these niggas tell you no different. We go through this shit every day, getting tortured every day, and still be out here functioning and shit, bro. Like, this ain't no nothing that no human being should have to go through, bro. Like, for real, this is not no natural shit. Like, this is all some shit that happens. This ain't no shit that happens, nigga. Like, what the fuck? This is some plotted out shit for hundreds of years, nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, this is not no shit they just came up with real quick. Like, using all this weird ass technology and all these